Hey again. I hope the volume on this is okay. I'm talking a little quieter because I have a bunch of people in my house right now. Um, I mentioned in my last couple videos that the BDSM and kink scene is typically 18 and up, and I wanted to talk a little bit about why that is. So, if you are like teenager and you're curious about this community, it's not hard to find information online. And a lot of people look at that and say, hey, I identify, I resonate with this community, and I'm a part of it. And I'm just going to go ahead and say any person any adult who is a part of the community and hears that about you and goes, yes, let me teach you, they're a predator. There's no ifs, ands, or buts about it. If you are under 18 and an adult is willing to take you under their wing and teach you about kink and play with you, and by play I mean have like kink related sessions or kink related sex, that is a predatory move. That is not okay. That is not acceptable. To be honest, I don't know what the laws are anymore. They have changed in the last 10 years. But that's kind of beside the point. 16 in Georgia is the legal age of sexual consent, and my beliefs on that are kind of beside the point. But there's a reason that the kink community is 18 and up. There's a reason that FetLife is 18 and up. There's a reason that play parties are 18 and up. Hang on. Cute little weird kitty there. Sorry. There's a reason that a lot of cons are actually 21 and up. This is for your safety. This isn't some arbitrary number that's pulled out of a hat. This is so that predators don't have access to children. This is so teenagers can be safer. Most people that I know and in the community, most of my friends, if we hear somebody is under 18 and they're interested about kink, we're gonna be like, here's some warnings. Talk to me when you're 18. I can't encourage it. Because it's so dangerous, and there are predators in our community, whether we want to admit that they are there or not. So let me give you a little bit more to go on aside from like don't do it, etc. When I found the kink scene, I was 13, I was on the internet, and I sat back and I watched and I learned. And when I was 18, I became a part of the local community. And it kind of confused a lot of the people that I met, because they're like, here's this baby 18-year-old and she seems like she has experience. And it's because I was learning from other people silently. I didn't have a mentor. I didn't do any of that stuff. I kept to myself. I didn't talk to anyone because I knew that would make me a target. And as it was, being 18 in the scene, there were a lot of people that were trying to take advantage of my naivete. And when you're younger, that's even worse. So if you have found out about this community and you're interested, my advice is to watch and to learn quietly. Stay out of the scene, stay out of the community. Don't practice it until you're older. My other issue with it is any adult will tell you when you're, and if you've had any relationships, you know this yourself. When you're a teen and you have a significant other for the sake of argument, let's say you have a boyfriend, let's say you have a girlfriend, and you're not, like, you're together for like a month and you break up, it's like the end of the world. I've been there. It feels like your heart is going to rip out of your chest. It feels like you're going to die. It feels horrible. And that's without adding a kink dynamic to it. That's without adding a dominant or submissive role to that relationship. And that dynamic makes a breakup even harder. It changes the way that you perceive. Sorry, I don't know what my phone's doing. It changes the way that you perceive the relationship. And it's really something that as a teenager you aren't really ready to experience. Generally speaking, there may be exceptions to the rule, but I wouldn't risk that. What else? One of the reasons that I say watch silently is because if you are talking to people and trying to learn from individuals, some of them will do what I think is the respectable thing, and if they find out that you're under 18, they'll stop talking to you. Others will become more interested and try to groom you into the type of person that they want. And this can get extremely dangerous, especially with a lot of the riskier, edgier kinks. So that's something else to think about. Like, dip your toes in. Even after you're 18, dip your toes in. Start with lighter play. Start learning and experiencing slowly. Don't just throw yourself into a dangerous situation. Safety needs to come first no matter what. And I know sometimes that's really hard to think about when you're young, but it really can save you a lot of heartache. And it can save you from ending up in a life-threatening situation. There are definitely cases of minors, and by minor I mean under 18s, that end up in a relationship with an older guy who they think that they're doing everything, by the book, kinky, and later find out that they were being abused the whole time, because it's a very difficult thing to see when you aren't already established in the kink community and with what you like. And I'm gonna keep this video short because really, like, the most I can say about this is be careful. Don't jump into anything that you're too young for. I know teenagers want to act like they know everything and that nothing can hurt them and the world is their oyster. And I wish that was the case. I wish there weren't predators that wanted to take advantage. But I'm going to leave you on this note. No always is valid. When you say no, that should always be listened to. You can change your mind at any point in time. You can withdraw consent at any point in time. And if your partner does not allow you to withdraw consent, or if your partner does not listen to no, that's abuse. And if you already know about kink, I'll go ahead and throw this out there as well. The stoplight code is a great way to replace safe words because there's a lot of things there. But in short, you are ingrained to know red, yellow, and green. Red is stop. If for any reason you feel like your no is not being listened to, and obviously you should have this discussion with your partner before anything sexual or anything play related happens, but if you feel like you can't say no or your no isn't being listened to, red is your other alternative. But again, I cannot harp on this enough. Your no or your red, your stopping point, your safe word, whatever it is valid at any point in time, and you can withdraw consent at any point in time. And unfortunately, your partner doesn't have to listen. They should. If they don't listen, they are being abusive. If they don't listen, they are being a complete asshole. If they don't listen, you need to try to get out of the relationship, out of the situation as quickly as you can. And don't listen to apologies. Don't let them manipulate you into continuing the relationship, because there is no excuse for continuing after no, red, a safe word, whatever it is used. There is no excuse for it. I don't care how young you are. I don't care how old you are. I don't care how turned on you are. Consent can always be withdrawn, and your partner has to listen to that. If not, it's abuse. And this whole video is a warning to be careful about who you interact with and how you interact with them. And hopefully this helps. Thanks, guys.